Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Today we are revising the Murli dated 19th of April 1983. Title of the Murli is To Receive All Attainments by Eating Godly Fruit of the Confluence Age. Today, Bab Dada has come into the gathering of the children to give his loving children the return of that love, to celebrate a meeting, to give the instant visible fruit of his love and the elevated fruit for those devotional feelings of love. So let's underline the statements. He has come to meet his children, to give the return of that love, to celebrate a meeting, to give the instant visible fruit of his love and the elevated fruit for those devotional feelings of love. In devotion too, as devotees, you had love and bhavana, but in the form of devotees, you performed bhakti, but you had no shakti. You had love, but you had no recognition or elevated relationship. You had feelings of love, but they were filled with temporary desires. You still have love and bhavna, but you now have love on the basis of a close relationship. That relationship could be the father, the Sadguru, the teacher, and any relationship that we connect with Baba at a given point in time. You have pure elevated feelings, that is bhavana, with the power of being those who have all rights and also of being authorities of experience. The feelings of being a beggar have changed. The relationship has changed, and you now have the faith and intoxication of being ones who have all rights. We'll underline the statement, very powerful statement. Baba says, the feelings of being a beggar have changed. So in Bhakti Marg, we've been praying God for asking something or the other, is what Baba is referring here. He says, the feelings of being a beggar have changed. The relationship has changed, and you now have the faith and intoxication of being ones who have all rights. Such constantly elevated souls have attained instant visible truth. Are all of you souls those who have experienced receiving instant visible truths? Have you tasted the instant visible fruit? You will receive other fruit in the golden age too. And you have already eaten many fruits of the Iron Age. However, if you do not eat godly fruit, the instant visible fruit now, at the confluence age, you won't be able to eat it throughout the whole cycle. Bab Dada is asking all of you children, let's see what he's asking. He's asking, have you eaten golden godly fruit? Have you eaten godly fruit, the imperishable fruit, the fruit filled with the sweetness, all powers, all virtues, and the love of all relationships? Have all of you eaten this, or have some of you been left out? This fruit is God's magic. Which fruit? Let's see. Which fruits are this? When you eat this fruit, you change from iron not just into gold, but into something greater, a diamond. With this fruit, whatever you think of, you can attain. It is imperishable fruit, imperishable attainment. Those who eat this instant visible fruit are constantly healthy and free from any illness of Maya. You have received the immortal fruit of being constantly far away from sorrow, peacelessness, and all obstacles. You have received the immortal fruit of being constantly far away from sorrow, peacelessness, and all obstacles. As soon as you belong to the Father, you attain this most elevated fruit. Today, Bab Dada is pleased to see the special Pandava. He is pleased to see the special Pandava army that has come. Along with this, there is always a party and a picnic with Brahma Baba's equals. So today, you are having a picnic with this godly fruit. Even Lakshmi and Narayan will not have such a picnic. This is a unique picnic of Father Brahma and the Brahmins. Father Brahma is happy to see his equals. However, you have to be real equals. Those who follow the Father at every step are equal companions, that is, they are equal. You are such equals, are you not? Or are you thinking about what you are going to do and how you are going to do it? Very interesting conversation further on this. He says, or are you thinking about what you are going to do and how you are going to do it? Are you those who think about it or those who make others equal? Are you those who make a bargain in a second or those who still want more time to think about it? Have you come having made a deal or have you come to make a deal? Just take a moment to reflect on this question. Have you come having made a deal, or have you come to make a deal? Who has received permission? Did all of you fill in your forms? So when you go to Madhaban, when we go to Madhaban, we fill a form, right? The Baba is asking, did all of you fill in your forms? Or have you come having sweet talked your younger teachers? You tell very sweet stories in this way. The stories of the cleanliness of your mind and also your cleverness reach Bab Dada. Let's underline these two words and we shall reflect on this while we're churning the points of the Murli. The stories of the cleanliness of your mind and also your cleverness reach Bab Dada. You have to come here having made a deal according to the disciplines. However, some still come to Madhaban to make a deal. Baba says, instead of having made a deal before coming here, they come here to make a deal, and this is why Bab Dada, while seeing the quantity, is looking at the quality. The speciality of quantity is its own, and the speciality of quality is its own. Both are needed. A bouquet is beautiful because of the varieties of flowers of various colors. If there are no leaves, the bouquet would not look good. Therefore, all of you are the decoration of Bab Dada's home. The word Baba emerges from everyone's lips. Children are the decoration of the home. Even now, look how beautifully decorated this hall of Om Shanti Bhavan is because of you children. So, the decorations of the home, the decorations of the Father remain constantly sparkling. Now, transform quantity into quality. Do you understand? Today was just the day of a meeting, but nevertheless, Father Brahma likes all of you equals, and this is why he had a picnic with you. Acha, to those who have all rights to godly fruit, to those who, like Father Brahma, constantly make a deal in a second, to those who are karma yogis in every action, to those who follow Father Brahma, to the special souls who are equal to the Father, to the children of quantity and quality everywhere, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. From us children, love, remembrance, and namaste to Bap Dada. Do you constantly experience yourselves to be a handful out of multi-millions in the whole world? Whenever you hear the word a few out of a handful and a handful out of multi-millions, do you each consider yourself to be one of those? Since the part repeats identically every cycle, then all of you would have special roles in that part that is repeated every cycle, would you not? Let there be such firm faith. Those who constantly have faith in their intellects remain carefree in every respect. The sign of having faith is of being carefree. All worries have now ended. The Father has saved you from the fires of worries. He lifted you off the fires of worries and seated you on the heart throne. You have developed love for the Father, and on the basis of that love, all your worries ended in the fire of love in such a way that it is as though they never existed. They ended in a second. Do you experience yourself to be souls who have positive thoughts in this way? You don't ever have any worries, do you? No worries of the body, no wasteful worries in the mind, and no worries about money, because all you want is to eat dal and roti and sing the Father's praise. You will definitely receive dal and roti. So there are no worries about money. There's no distress in the mind and no worry about the suffering of karma through your bodies, because you know that this is the final birth and that these are the final moments. Everything has to be settled at this time, and this is why you constantly have positive thoughts. You do not have any worries about what is to happen. You now know everything with the power of knowledge. Since you now know everything, the question about what is to happen has ended. You have the knowledge that whatever will happen will be the best of all. So, constantly be those with positive thoughts and with faith in your intellects. Remain constantly beyond all worries and also be carefree souls. This is the life to lead. If you are not carefree in your life, what kind of life would it be? Do you experience your life to be so elevated? You do not have any worries about your family, do you? Every soul is settling or creating his own karmic accounts. Therefore, why should you worry about anything? There are no worries. At first, you were burning on the fires. The Father has now sprinkled nectar and made you die alive from the burning fire. He has revived you. It is said that God brought the dead back to life. The Father gave you nectar and made you immortal. You were like corpses, and look, what you have now become. From corpusces, you have now become great. Previously, you had no life, and so it would be said that you were like corpusces. Also, look at the language you used. People who don't have knowledge would say, die, or they would say, it would be better if I were dead. You have now dead alive and become special souls. You have this happiness, do you not? Instead of burning on the fires, you have become immortal. This is not a small thing. Previously, you used to hear that God brought the dead back to life, but you did not understand how He did it. You now understand that you yourselves have come back to life. Therefore, constantly maintain that intoxication and happiness. Bab Dada meeting a group of teachers. What is the speciality of servers? A server means that as soon as you open your eyes, you experience being constantly with the Father and having a stage equal to the Father's. You are the special servers who know the importance of Amrit Vela. The praise of special servers is that they know the special time of blessings and experience special blessings. If there isn't this experience, you are ordinary servers, not special. If you want to become a special server, you can do so by claiming this special right. Those who are aware of the importance of Amrit Vela, of their thoughts, time, and service, and of everything else are special servers. So understand the importance of this and become great. Know the importance of this, become great, and also make others aware of the importance of this. Give them an importance of it and help them become great. Sa Om Shanti. Let's take few moments of silence, reflect back on what Baba has told today in the Murli, and come back ready to share your takeaways. Unmute and share your reflections or your takeaways.
Om Shanti. So, Baba mentioned about the godly fruit. So this is the time that we all get the godly fruit, and it's this fruit is actually given as healthy, and it's an imperishable fruit. And we only get this fruit at this time. If we don't eat it now, then throughout the whole cycle we don't get it. So it's very to know about this food and also to experience eating this food. Baba says when we eat this food, right, we can remain beyond sorrow, peacelessness, and all that. Beyond this, Baba said the pile of worries and problems that we have in this world. So we can really create a stage beyond all that. So, and in fact, we all are eating the food right now, at which Baba highlighted in this, the food that we are getting in this thought confluence stage. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Baba, by saying this point, he sees the confluence age is the foundation of the cycle, the whole cycle. And let's be present to this and get connected in a way that you're eating the fruits right from now. And the point that he makes is you have eaten fruits from the Iron Age. You will not just get the Golden Age fruit, but what you're becoming is diamond. And the reflection here is how beautifully in this small confluence age, which is the shortest of all the period, Baba is cleansing its body consciousness to become soul consciousness. And that whole tightness or the stiffness of an iron is converting it into the presence of soul consciousness to become a diamond. This was one of the reflections that came in when Baba was speaking about iron, golden, and diamond is three different words. Just did I get that? Anybody
Yeah,
else would like
and
to? Yeah, go ahead.
just adding that, yeah. So to the extent that we eat the fruit right at this time, confluences accordingly, we will stay healthy. Healthy means holding or climbing a high position. So the position itself is the having that healthy stage, right? Lakshmi Narayan, I think they are the one who ate the most of all food of confluence age, and then they got the highest position. So, uh, so there is also a call of time to wake up and uh, eat the fruit of this time. Yeah, thank you. That's what I wanted to add.
Yeah, very true. So that also brings in the point of the kind of purusharths that you do right now is the return that you will get now and later.
Om Shanti Rakhitan.
Om Shanti.
Prabhu Fal, Pratyaksha Fal. I was just thinking, like even yesterday when you had raised that question about karmati. So there, when I am not, one of the reason is when I do not think about the fruits of my karma. That itself, when I do things as if the God Himself is doing. Then karam becomes a sambandh, a relation. And here Baba, when he speaks about visible fruit, that visible fruit, instant, pratyaksha, is only available now in the confluence age. It's not available at any other time. As Baba said, even in devotion, in bhakti, they get phal, but there is no shakti. But that fruit which he gives now in return for the love, that's what he has come now to give us. He's come to give return because we have taken this Prabhu Sambandh as Sreshta Sambandh. We earlier also in devotion, we had love, but it was love filled with desire, love filled with asking. But here Baba is saying, your asking period has all finished because you have come away from devotion. I just come and I give you. There is no bikari pan at all now. So this instant visible fruit may be in the form of treasures, maybe in the form of virtues, maybe in the form of powers. But for me, instant visible fruit is the love which he gives us, the cooperation which he gives us, and the treasures which he gives us. And for this, Baba has said, this practical visible fruit, not even invisible, because what is invisible, you will get it in the golden age, which is not visible now. But we just even don't know what would be our karmic account to see what will be the fruit in golden age. But now we should eat this fruit fresh. Not only eat it, use it, and distribute it. So if we don't eat it now at the confluence age, we cannot eat it at the whole cycle. That's why Baba is asking every time, Prabhu ful khaya? In imperishable fruit, did you eat? Did you see the sweetness? So if we take each of the fruit which we get, each Shakti which we get, each virtues which we get, then we will know it's something different. So tasting the instant visible fruit is the experience which he's giving. He's saying you all become Anubhav ki authority. You become experience maker with that. So we sow, like as the seed, sow the fruit. So when we sow the seed of pure thoughts in our mind, then see you get happiness. So every seed has got what we say as a hidden secret within it. But nothing like the imperishable fruit, imperishable prapti, conquering Maya, everything which we get in the conference age. So much more you can add to this instant visible, what we have said, earlier it was love, now it is nishchay, nasha. That's what we get in this instant visible. Pratyakshafal. I think I always love that Prabhu fal, Pratyakshafal. It's a beautiful thing which only we Brahmin.
Jeben, we can't hear you.
Shanti.
Shanti.
I don't know what happened in between. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I think if we don't eat this fruit, we won't be able to eat throughout the whole cycle. The sweetness of the fruit. That's beautiful. Prabhu fal pratyaksha fal.
Yeah. So very beautifully you pointed out certain things. In Bhakti, we had love, bhavna. And today we just don't have love and bhavna, but it's It's in addition, we have Nishchay and Nasha. There's an intoxication and there is a complete faith along with love that gives us the access to eat this fruit at this point in time. Another point that you brought in was about karma bandhan and karma sambandh, because you mentioned that how your karma can become your sambandh. So one reflection here is when you are constantly in the company of Baba, there's absolute carefreeness because you know there's somebody higher above you who's there with you, who's getting things done through you. So the way Baba says, Karan Karavan Har um, is Baba, and I'm only an instrument, a Karan Har is where there will be no attachment anywhere. There'll be no vices that will get attached because everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm thinking is in the remembrance of Baba. So a lot of deeper conversations that came in when you mentioned about karma sambandhs. So thanks for that bringing out that concept. Anyone else would like to share?
Zakiben, what was the point you told us to underline? Because sometimes,
That
the
was
audio
that
was,
was the point.
I think,
That
is
was
it
the
Man
point
Ki
of
Safai or Chaturai?
yes. एक वो वाला point था, that was the cleanliness and cleverness. So Baba says, I know you, when you need to really check. And he says, I know what is the cleanliness that you come with and how children come with some cleverness. So he
But
knows.
isn't that okay? We are, see, that is my Baba. And
Hmm.
what's wrong in making a deal with Baba? Actually, I didn't get that part of the Murli which you were saying. Baba said, what deal and all. I was just asking, Baba, what's wrong making a deal with you? You're my father. And can you just, but my heart is clean. See, as long as my heart is clean and I'm whose child, his child, so shouldn't I be clever? Can you just throw some more light on that one sentence?
Would anybody like to share before I put across my reflection on what Grijavan is asking?
Man, that's, can you read that sentence because it wasn't visible at all for me? I
Um,
remember cleanliness of heart and cleverness.
Baba says, I know the cleanliness of your heart and your cleverness, so you don't have to tell me anything. I can understand who has a clean space and who are working on Chaturai. And if you look at it, there's one more statement that Baba mentions in today's Murli where he says that you come to Madhuban. Are you coming to Madhuban to come to Madhuban and then make a deal? Or you have already made a deal with Baba and then coming to Madhuban? So answering your question, what is wrong? There's nothing wrong in making a deal.
So
Baba
this
says that
is
have you
Baba
given?
is talking about
Yeah,
there are,
Vijay.
yeah, I think what Baba, about the cleanliness and the cleverness is people are, sometimes clever coming into Bhavan, though they are not, may not be following the code of conduct. So some would, talk to the teachers and then somehow get the permission. So here, um, the actual way of coming into Madhuban is at least we people should have, Brahmin should have the dharana for 1 year and then come to Madhuban for Baba Milan, right? So here, um, people, they tell sweet stories and they talk to the younger teacher in a sweet way and then make a deal and then come to Madhuban. I think Baba is trying to highlight that that's the thought that I was studying.
Yeah, just adding on to what you mentioned, Vijay, and what I was telling that point in time was, uh, you know, the moment we meet up with Baba, once you get the knowledge, have you already in a second become Babas? or you are telling to yourself, okay, let me try. मैं मधुबन जाके देखूं तो सही वहां होता क्या है. That's the thought that you get into. Yeah, nothing wrong in that. And Baba is telling that if you are looking at an instant fruit to come to you, make a deal in a second with Baba, not come to Madhuban and then make a deal. So that was one of the points of reflection where Baba says about that I know about the cleanliness of your heart and the cleverness of your heart. So I know who's come with the clean slate of I'm Baba's and Baba's mind, and who's come to just check whether this works for me or not. That was one more reflection that was there for me. Diljavan, hope that you get
No,
some
what
insight on this.
I got it, see, when Baba says that part of the story I understood. Sometimes, in order to go to Madhuban, we give such intoxication stories to the center sisters or to that just to reach over there. I really took it to be that. And there Baba says, oh, you speak such sweet, sweet stories and all. Baba knows all your cleverness. But I really agree with that part of the thing. Some of us just to achieve, पहुंचाने के लिए, we walk through these stories and we go. But Baba says, but I know about you. I know your cleverness. But what is wrong? I'm asking, why should whether I make a deal and come or go there and make a deal? For me, it's this Baba. So I didn't understand only that part. What is Baba saying that about the deal? Sauda karne wale ho. Madhuban mein sauda or sauda karne? I said, Baba, both applies. I do a sauda and then I come to you. Okay, I got it. See, when I see in Madhuban, or I come to Madhuban, Baba, I really love everything. And then I make a deal. Deal is fair. It's a fair deal. So just that fair deal, I
I
was
don't
just
think he's saying anything is right and wrong. He's just
okay,
pointing out that stuff there.
okay,
That
okay.
I know that there's nothing right and wrong that he's putting across here. He's just bringing in few thoughts to look
Okay.
at what elevates. When you become babas and go there, then there is no wastage of time. But these are the reflections that are coming in. But when you go there and then you are looking at, okay, ये मेरे लिए काम कर रहा है, नहीं कर रहा है, is this something which is giving me the experience or not? Then there is an agenda. When you go to do a particular thing, then you already have an agenda at place. But when you go without any agenda, with a clean slate, then the experience comes to you as a fresh space, something which is just coming to you when you're experiencing it. Yeah, other places, okay, I need to go there and figure out whether this works for me or not, which means you're going with an agenda. When you go with an agenda, then probably you may not get the 100% of the thing that actually belongs to you or you wish to experience, or you getting the experience. So that was one more thing which came as a reflection while you were talking about wrong or right. So there's nothing right and wrong. It's like just paving a path that gives you the most elevated experience. Something may work for people in a particular way, something will work for people on the other way. But it's just a thought that Baba is bringing across. And others can add.
What you said made sense because that one sentence, which you said, I was just going to, you have to come here having made a deal according to discipline. I think Maryada is one of the foremost thing in this yajna, that we should never cross the Maryada ki laki, come what may. I think when you were speaking about, I was just going to, you have to come. So deal is saying no problem, but it should be according to this. I got it because I love this Chaturai. I don't know if you have experienced Rakibin. Whenever Baba sits on the stage, Bab Dada, he says, who loves you more? Does Baba love you more or you love Baba more? Or another question, did Baba come to meet you or you came to meet Baba? So I remember we were a group there. He said, Baba, of course, we only love you more. because so many people love you, but we love only one. Then, it's just like it as a group. Baba said, oh, बहुत चतुराई से उत्तर दे रहे हैं. So that word cleverness, sometimes I remember that. That's why I want to run. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Yeah, I get it. Any more sharings? Radhamani sister, Pramila Ben. Let's take one last sharing before we move on to meditation, if anybody would like to share. So there's a beautiful point that Radhamani sister has mentioned here. She says, godly fruit now available only in Brahma Kumaris department store only. Interesting point. She says, in bhakti, no shakti, only bhavna. In knowledge, there is shakti because of remembrance. In bhakti, we had love, but we had no recognition or elevated relationship. Confluence age is becoming beggar to prince. Also, do you mean to say confluence age is an age where we become prince from being a beggar in the Iron Age? That's what I understand. Right, Radhaben?
Om Shanti, sister.
Yeah.
Baba said
Very
in
good.
Bhakti we lost everything. So
Hmm.
now it is the time to, confluence age is the time to become a beggar to prince. So it is the time we finished our beggar part. Now we are going towards our, we are in Satyug, we are going to prince now. That's why I chat like that.
Get that. Get that. Thank you. So let's take a couple of minutes in silence without any commentary today to reflect, be responsive Murli, and experience for yourself what are the fruits of confidence age that I, the soul, is receiving from the Supreme. And then also Om Shanti. With this reflection that we had in last few minutes, on the fruit that we're getting in the confluence age. Let's practice being in silence for a minute every 2 hours, or those who are doing traffic control can follow that cycle and just have this reflection of the fruit that we're eating and how it will show up in the future. Let's take this as a homework and look at all the tasks that's coming in, all the thoughts that's coming in. There is a karma sambandh in it. One way to transform it is everything that's showing up in my context at the moment is giving me an opportunity to serve this world. Let's just have one day of experiencing this, and then you're welcome to share your experiences of today, tomorrow in the class. With this, let's have an day with every moment having Baba's company, and we shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Om Shanti.